It's 10 trivia questions on books. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show. Thanks for leaving iTunes reviews. And thanks for supporting everything I do on Patreon at patreon.com/trivia with Buds. 72 patrons at this time. And you guys are amazing. Thanks so very much for being a part of the community and for digging the podcast and live shows and all that good stuff. A lot of live shows, getting back to, I would say, pre-COVID normal. We're at about, I think, 10 places in California now. I've got 3 monthly shows in Tennessee and 1 weekly show, so it's really starting to pick back up again after a couple of years. Go to triviawithbuds.com and click on weekly shows. You can see where I'm at all over the country. And maybe if you have something coming up you want me to travel to for your big shindig, your company party, your birthday, I can maybe come do it in person if it's not too far. So let me know what you got going on and hit contact at triviawithbuds.com and we will make something happen. Somebody reached out to me recently and said, hey, I'm a big fan and so is my friend and his birthday is coming up. Do you have a cameo? And I do not have a cameo. I've been asked about this maybe 3 or 4 times. But I'm happy to make a video for you. If you like the show or you want me to say something specific about the podcast or trivia or Sharknado or any of that weird stuff I've done, just let me know. Happy to do that. I will do that on a donation basis, and I'll say, hey, if you donate to this charity, any dollar amount, I'll do that for you. So if you have that coming up or you need a video for somebody in your life who likes what I do, just donate to a charity that I'll tell you about, and I'll send you that video, and you can surprise them with it. No problem doing that. Geek Out challenges for today: 6 films in which Nicole Kidman appears, 2 characters on Seinfeld, 2 titles that take place in New Orleans in the world of books, 4 songs about trains, and 4 famous portraits. Some fun challenges to kick things off before we jump into 10 questions on books. We're going to do that right now. Here we go. It is some bookie-related trivia for all my fellow English majors out there. 10 random questions on books. Here's question number 1. What's the anatomical name of Toni Morrison's first novel? What's the anatomical name of Toni Morrison's first novel? Number 2, who created the Mary Poppins books? Who created the Mary Poppins books? Number 3, what was the name of Charles Dickens' last book, which was left unfinished? Charles Dickens' last book, left unfinished. What was that title? Number 4, what was the name of the family who Paddington Bear lived with? What was the name of the family Paddington Bear lived with? Number 5, what was an author named Dick Francis's profession before he took up writing? Dick Francis' profession before he took up writing? Number 6, what are the first 4 words of the Allen Ginsberg poem, Howl? What are the first 4 words of the Allen Ginsberg poem, Howl? Number 7, who said people demand freedom of speech to make up for the freedom of thought which they avoid? Who said people demand freedom of speech to make up for the freedom of thought which they avoid? Number 8, in what decade was the Paris Review founded? In what decade was the Paris Review founded? Number 9, how many books are in the Hunger Games series? How many books are in the Hunger Games series? And number 10, who wrote Don Quixote? Who wrote Don Quixote? Those are all your questions provided by a board game called Ultimate Pub Trivia. Thanks to University Games for making such a fun pub trivia game. And those questions will have answers when we come back. We are back with the answers to book-related trivia. Thanks for playing along and having some fun. Tell me some of your favorite books you're reading. I am hooked on Grady Hendrix and a lot of the horror books that he writes. Stuff like Horror Store, which is like a horror movie in a IKEA-type store, and my best friend's Exorcism, and a bunch of other ones. So let me know what you're reading right now. Social media, Ryan Budds on just about everything, RyanBudds. Be my friend. Here are your answers to books. Number 1, what is the anatomical name of Toni Morrison's first novel? That is The Bluest Eye. The Bluest Eye. Number 2, who created the Mary Poppins books? That was P.L. Travers. P.L. Travers. Number 3, what was the name of Charles Dickens' last book, which was left unfinished? That was called The Mystery of Edwin Drood. The Mystery of Edwin Drood. Number 4, what was the name of the family who Paddington Bear lived with? 2 great movies, if you haven't seen those Paddington movies. The Browns. Marmalade sandwiches all around at the Browns. Number 5, Dick Francis had a profession of being a jockey before a writer. Dick Francis, a jockey. Number 6, what are the first 4 words to the Allen Ginsberg poem Howl? I saw the best. And then that best refers to minds of my generation. I saw the best minds of my generation. Number 7, who said people demand freedom of speech to make up for the freedom of thought they wish to avoid? Soren Abai Kierkegaard. Soren Abai Kierkegaard. Probably said that wrong, but there you go. Number 7. Number 8, in what decade was the Paris Review founded? The 1950s, specifically 1953. And number 9, how many books are in the Hunger Games series? It's a trilogy of 3 books. Your last question is about Don Quixote. Who wrote that book? And that was Miguel de Cervantes. And you can celebrate Spanish Language Day coming up here in April by reading some Don Quixote or anything from some of your favorite Spanish authors. So check that out. I've actually never read it myself, so maybe I'll read it this year. It was originally published in 2 parts, 1605 and 1615, and is a founding work of Western literature. Those questions brought to you again by Ultimate Pub Trivia. I bought this game at Ross or TJ Maxx or one of those stores on clearance. I think it was $10, and it had questions from all the way up to 2021 in it. So I always think that's good as a resource, and hope you had fun with those questions today. We are going to give you your fact of the day. The fact of the day is as such. A baby was born in 2005 with a conjoined head that had no body. The head could blink and smile. Oh boy, I don't know what you do in that situation. You've got 2 heads on one body, but I don't know. I imagine that head doesn't have to eat. Does that head eat? That's crazy. I'm going to have to look up more information on that. If you know anything about this 2005 baby that was born with a conjoined head that had no body, let me know how it survived. That is it for today. Thank you so much for listening to the episode. Thanks for leaving iTunes reviews. Thanks for telling people that you like it. And we'll see you next time for more trivia with Buds. Cheers.